Alex just told us the rainfall is causing mudslide concerns in our burn scars.
Now, we do have team coverage, as we said this morning, from both wildfire areas. Beginning with our Tina Patel, who is live in Malibu this morning. Tina?
Good morning. You know, it was raining just a few minutes ago here in Malibu. We've gotten a little bit of a break, but we know it's not going to last. Let me step out of the way. We are along PCH near Tunia Canyon, and you can see that there are a number of K-rails here lining the street. And we see that basically as we drive up and down this area where the fires went through. There are a lot of K-rails. There are a lot of sandbags. Public utility crews have done what they could to try to prepare. But of course, we won't know if it's enough until we see what Mother Nature has in store as the day goes on. Let me show you some video, because here in the Malibu area, it has been raining on and off since last night in the overnight hours. Now, from what we've seen so far, it's been light, steady rain. It has not been too heavy. And if it continues just like this, then we should be okay. It should give firefighters that little bit of extra moisture to help them finally put out the Palisades fire. It's, again, if we have heavier rain or thunderstorms, that there could be a concern, because there are so many vulnerable hillsides in the areas where the fire went through. And there has really not just the Palisades fire, but in this area there was also the Franklin fire last month. So there are a number of hillsides that were affected that the vegetation has not had a chance to kind of soak in. And so if the ground gets too saturated, that could create problems. Now, the Sheriff's Department is being proactive. They have already decided that later on tonight there is going to be a road closure. I want to show you a map. This is Malibu Canyon between Piuma and Francisco Ranch Road. They are going to be closing that road from 5 p.m. tonight through tomorrow evening, and that is because that is where there is a big burn scar. It is there's a very steep area there. We drove through there last week, and you can kind of see all of the charred hillside as you're driving through there. So sheriffs don't want to take any chance with drivers trying to get through that area and any of the ground possibly giving way. The Sheriff's Department also put out an alert to basically everyone in the area, saying that because of these burn scars, you want to be really careful today. Keep an eye on the weather. Have an emergency plan. Talk to your family about where you might need to go if you need to leave. And they say if you get evacuation orders, follow those immediately, because again, we've had these areas had problems before, and they just don't want to see anybody be in danger with the rain that we're going to be getting on later today. We'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Tina. Well, people living near the Eaton fire burn area have the same concerns. KCAL's Amanda Starrantino live in Altadena this morning. Amanda, how's it looking out there right now?
No rain that we're seeing right now, and at least in the last hour, Rachel. But you can tell it did rain overnight in these areas. I mean, you have just blocks and blocks of homes and properties that look like this. And the problem is, so the last couple of weeks after the fires, without any rain, all of it just stayed put to the area it was in. But now you add rain, and you essentially just lose control of this burn scar area. And when you add water to the mix, that's just going to make all this toxic stuff that just melted in everybody's properties, which is just full of asbestos, bad plastics, lead, things that you should not be breathing in. It's going to move to areas that we don't want it to go. So it's making a bad situation now even worse. So I grabbed a little bit of what we're seeing here, just what's been reduced to rubble, and added it to just a little bit of water. And I mean, this is what we're talking about. This is nasty. And this is what's going to be moving everywhere. And that's why it's so critical that they start doing these preps now to try to contain this water as much as possible. So take a look at some of the preps that we've been looking at across LA County because of these fires. Tina also mentioned a bunch of them for the Palisades.